Hi everyone, Tom Vogel, Wrestling's Finest, PC Pro Wrestling game. A couple things here. We are trying to kick off a Facebook page. I struggle at that stuff. I go there, but I don't really know what I'm doing. And my wife Marta tried to help me a little bit with creating a Wrestling's Finest page, and boy, that will test a marriage. But anyway, I'm getting there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to email it to the link to everybody on my distribution list. And one thing I'm not a fan with Facebook is I'm not a fan when people ask me to like something that I've never even tried or been to. I don't get it. I'm supposed to say I like this when I know nothing about it. That being said, I'm going to ask everybody on my distribution list to give me a like if they still like Wrestling's Finest. I figured out one time they did. They may no longer, which, and in that case they shouldn't like it. But for those that aren't typical Facebook goers, if you would take a look at the page, and if you feel it's okay, put a like on. If you've never played the game, know nothing about it, and you're on Facebook and you're watching this, I can't ask you to like it unless you're liking what you're hearing from the videos. Even if you don't have the game, don't plan on it, but if you something you enjoy following, then I'd appreciate a like. Second thing, I took a whole minute 42. Wow. Anyway, we're going to run my first time I've done this. I'm going to run my full Atlanta Municipal Auditorium wrestling card that's scheduled for March 27th in my wrestling world, and might have to put this into probably for sure 2 videos, maybe 3, because I do get a little long-winded. But we're going to start from the very get-go with how I go about doing my cards, from the setup to everything. So, bear with me a little bit on this. And if, you get a little bit bored, I guess you can fast forward if you just want to see some of the match results. So, first thing I'm going to show you here is my Georgia. Let me get back here where we're at here. Technical difficulties there on Tom Vogel's part, but I think we're back here. First thing I want to show you is here's my card for the 27th. You'll see I have 6 matches, have everything planned out. And the reason I'm showing you this, it's not to show you my dazzling spreadsheet skills. That's sarcasm, Sheldon. But to explain what I do with my match intangible. I plot out my card, so you see it here. Then what I do is I go to my Wrestling's Finest, and this is my pre-match intangible. The reason that you have to do it now is once you set up your card through the game create a card feature, you can't change it. So you have to do it now before you set it up. So I'm going to roll for my card. We'll have to delay the start of the first match by several minutes to allow the larger than normal crowd to get into their seats. That means I got a pretty good turnout tonight. So we're going to click done so we know nothing screwed up. We're good to go. So now we're going to go to match cards. We're going to create a card. And I have done this as a full video, but I want to just show you how the whole thing works. So card name, I just put on here GCW, Georgia Championship Wrestling, March 27th. Then we go here. You don't have to fill any of this in, but I'll do the whole thing here. Venue, Atlanta Municipal Auditorium. Hope I spell that right. Gary should have given me a spell checker, knowing I'm not the best. So we're going to go March 27th. Attendance, I just leave that. So, card event 1. I'm going to go up to my Georgia. I'm going to take that one out. I fixed something in there. So we got Georgia here. So my first match, if you remember, was Mike Jackson, Alabama, former Alabama heavyweight champion, I think he was. So all you do is you drag him here. His opponent is going to be Sterling Golden. He's going to go here. How many do you know who Sterling Golden is? I'm not even going to tell you till you see his picture or you do your own internet search, but some of you might be surprised. It's not a specialty match, so we don't have to do anything there. And if you follow Gary's instructions here, you hit save changes to your card, and you'll see event 1 is Mike Jackson, Sterling Golden. So if you come back here, my next match is Brad Armstrong, young Brad Armstrong versus the Outlaw, Ron Bass. Brad's coming back from some injury issues, so let's see if he can get it going here. So we're going to go now to event 2. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you click singles, tag, battle royal, etc. We'll be hitting the tag team here in a second. So for event 2, it's a singles. We're still on my Georgia 2. That's something Gary did really neat. I don't know if you guys noticed this. It always goes back to the last wrestling file you used, which is really nice when you have as many as we have now. So Brad Armstrong, we're going to go 82 and before, youngster. So we're going to drag him over here. And then what you do here is you can put them in any order. I always tend to put the heel or the champion second. So we got bigger Outlaw Ron Bass, excuse me. No specialty match. So we're going to hit save change. So now you see we have 2 matches added. Now we're going to come here. We're going to go back to Georgia. Now we are going to have Paula Orndorff, Tony Atlas versus the Freebirds. Looking forward to that match. So now you're going to go event 3. Click tag team, and voila, my Georgia. So Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas are the first team, and right there they are. We're going to drag them over. Then we're going to find the Freebirds, and we're going to go Gordy and Roberts. So Michael, Purely Sexy, P.S. Hayes, can be outside ringside. We'll drag them over here. Again, no specialty match or any notes I need to do. So we're going to update my card. Boom, so I got 3. I'm already half done. Then we're going to see the next one is Ray Gunkel versus Great Kabuki. And Great Kabuki is the new TV champion. He recently won it. I think it was on the last TV show. So we got Gunkel Kabuki for the TV title. So let's go back to the game. And we're going to go event 4. And we're going to go single. And Gunkel will go in the first slot. And then we're going to put the Great Kabuki. Once I find him, he's going to go over here. And special, what I'll put in here is I'm going to put TV title match. Champion is Kabuki. I don't know if I can get it all in there, but we'll try. So we're going to hit save change. Let's see if it goes all in there. Yeah, TV title match. Great Kabuki is the champion. Ray Gunkel versus Great Kabuki. Now my next match I know is going to be a tag team. So let's go up here and go match 5. And we are going to go tag team. And this is the long-awaited Mr. Wrestling 1 and 2's title match against the Wild Samoans and Sonny King. Samoans are just beating people left and right. So here we're going to put National, spell Tommy, Tag Team title, Champions, Samoans. Gary, you got a lot of stuff in there. Thank you. So we're going to hit changes. So we got match 5. Now our final one is Bob Armstrong is going to challenge the Spoiler and we're going to use the 80 plus for Bullet Bob here. And we are going to find the Spoiler somewhere here. There he is. We're going to put that here, and we're going to put National title match, champion spoiler. Now, if any of these matches had been like no DQ or Texas Death or Lumberjack, you could have just put that in the specialty match column. So here we're going to hit this, and now we have Bob Armstrong and the spoiler. So there's our 6 matches. And again, the reason I do it the way I did it is if I'm going to hit save card in a minute, so now my card's locked in. If I was to do my match intangible check then, and let's say, Ron Bass no-showed, I couldn't change my card within. So that's why you do it. You kind of jot it down. You could put it on a little sticky note or just scribble it out. Do your pre-match intangible. Then if you have any changes, then when you come into this, you can just go ahead and, update your card on, like here, say I had to put in, Kenny Strongman Ken Patera. I could just type this in, and then when I created my card, I would have put Patera in instead of the outlaw Ron Bass. So let's go back to the game. So now we're going to hit save card. And now we're locked in. You are about to end the card creation and save the result. Is this correct? You're going to click yes. Now say you made a mistake and you want to go no, you could go do that. Here, I believe at this point you could probably save changes, to go in and see if you want to change this. I'm going to play around with that to see at this stage, could you make any changes? But for now, let's hit save card. Boom. You're about to say in the card creation and save it. Is this correct? Yes. Match card, save complete. So boom, we're done. So this video is up to 12 minutes. I want to try to keep it at 20. So I'm going to stop blabbling and let's get on with the card. So here what you do is you can play your match card. You'll notice Gary has an F3. That's a shortcut. Takes you right to it. I'm going to hit match card. And here we go. So your first match is you're going to hit start next card event. So it says right here, next card event, can't make it any more simpler, is Mike Jackson versus Sterling Golden. So we're going to hit start next card event. And voila, here they are, Mike Jackson. Who does that look like, folks? Sterling Golden. And for this match, I'm going to control them both, just for grins and giggles. So we're going to click OK. And then for match setup, we're going to set match time. Since it's the opener, we're going to go 20 minutes. And I am going to do this. I am going to set tournament DQ rules just for both guys. It's not going to matter for Mike Jackson, but I don't think Sterling Golden would really get DQ'd that often against Mike Jackson, just because it's his, kind of his first Auditorium card here. So here we go. Let's start some trade hold recommendations. No suggestions. Kind of like it. So let's see. We're going to get ready. It'll probably give me a message who it thinks will win. Complete mismatch. I guess an upset is possible. The odds are better that I'd get mauled by a polar bear and a regular bear both in the same day than Mike Jackson pulling one. Okay. Guess Sterling's a favorite. So, here we go. Let's get this thing started. Auto control. I already made a mistake, Mike. You can't make that when you're in this type of match. So we already have a cross face to put pressure on his neck. Turnbuckle into the ropes, face first in the turnbuckle. We got a kick. Mike got control, but he screwed up. Momentary lapse of concentration. Oh, we already got a specialty move attempt. Golden squeeze, bear hug. 14 off. His stamina is 40, 40, 23. Let's get started here. 1, 2. And no. I think how I would explain that is he let him go because he wanted to punish him a little bit more. Jackson goes for a body slam, but it's countered. high vertical suplex, got it countered, kick countered, both countered, throat chop, power move. Sterling makes a little mistake, but Mike doesn't take advantage of it. Leg drop, going for a pin here. Attempts a pin while Mike Jackson has his foot on the ropes. Wow. So we're going to start it, but you know what? He's going to pick him up. He doesn't want that yet. So we're going to go specific hold. We're going to go the golden squeeze bear hug. We're going to go okay. We're going to try it. Now it's 40, 40, 35. 1, 2. Nah, Mike wouldn't do that. He'd try to fight his way out because he's an honorable man. 24. Done. Match over. So we got the golden squeeze bear hug. That was his big specialty move down there. I don't think he was in Georgia very long. Didn't really get into any big feuds. But anyway, he gets the win. So what I'm going to do here real quick is we are going to go over here. It's 87, no stamina off. Sterling Golden. So we'll go 0 minus 87. And the winner is Golden. And the type of win is submission. And let's get the time again. It's 8:42. One thing I do that's really weird, but I'm kind of weird guy in some things. Before I even start a card, I roll a 6-sided dice. And wherever the dice comes up, that's what I take off every match. I just like to do little odd things. And before this entire card, I rolled a 3. So I take 3 seconds off every card. So it's 8:39. So I want to enter that here. 8:39. I'll just put 8.39. And then, since not any title match, I'll fill in. Now, this cuts off, but what I like to do is put specialty move, golden squeeze, bear hug. That way, if I ever want to go back and see how many of my matches end in specialty moves, I can. So, we're done with that one. I'm up to 17 minutes. So let's do one more match. And so we're not going to do a post match here. No need to. So I'm going to hit F3. Let's see if that does what I want it to. Whoa, it did. So next card event. It's Brad Armstrong, Ron Bass right up here. And you'll notice there's our first result. Sterling Golden by submission. So now we're going to start next event card. Brad Armstrong. I'm going to let the computer control them both in this one. And everything's good here. We're going to click OK, I think. And then up here, we're going to set time limit. We're going to go 30 minutes. We're going to click OK. And then for tournament DQ rules, I'm going to select it for both of them. We're going to go accept, and then we're going to do trade hold recommendations, and we got that ropes to leg. We're not doing that. Done. We'll probably get our little prediction here. Nostradamus could not pick a winner in this match. So Brad's actually a 67, and Ron Bass is a 74. So pretty equal. So here we go. We're going to click done, and we're going to get these things started. Oh, goodness. We had a pre-match attack. Ron Bass throws opponent outside the ring. Armstrong is counted out at 0-0. The match barely got started, so I guess we're going to call it like it would be a 10-second match. But actually not a bad result, meaning, why do I say that? It's because this was Bass's re-enter into Georgia, so it kind of gets him to kind of show that ruthless side, and that wrestlers better take note that the outlaw Ron Bass is in town. On this one, I'm not controlling them. I don't know what will happen, so we'll click here. I can't click a post match because the computer's controlling, so we'll just click OK. He did have it. Ron Bass tries to sneak in, but is unable to do so, so thus no attack is made. So Ron Bass gets the win. So let's go update my spreadsheet. And so we got the winner is Bass. Count out 0.0000. Then what I type here is I'll type pre-match attack. Bass throws B.A. outside. All right, so then what I'm going to do here, going to go here, home. Let's hope it fits, or I got to shorten it. All right, I got it in there. Good. All right, so I'm going to hit save up in my corner here. Let's go back to the game. So we are now at 20, almost 21 minutes. So I'm going to cut it here. We have 4 matches to go. I'll try to finish it all in the next one. I think some of these videos I get too long and people get bored, which I understand. So we're going to leave this one alone. The next match up is actually Orndorff and Atlas versus the Freebird. Should be a pretty good match. Then we got TV title match. In fact, let's do this. See, there's your result. Next card event. And Gary did a brilliant job with this. It is so clear. It just, I mean, seriously, it just takes you, you can print it out if you want it. You can save the card text, whatever you want. It's just so user-friendly. But anyway, our next next card event is Orndorff and Atlas versus the Freebirds. Big match because we might end up having a little Samoan Freebird feud. Or I shouldn't say feud, but Freebirds really want their national title back. Orndorff, Atlas are kind of spinning their wheels a little bit. So if they can get a win here, gives them a title shot. Maybe if they pull the upset Samoans, it gives them, your champions. So gives them an opportunity. Then following that, we have the TV title match, Gunkel versus the Great Kabuki with Gary Hart. That should be a good one. All my TV matches, title matches, are now 30 minutes. However, the title's only up at stake for the first 20. I just think it adds a little bit of intrigue if something happens between 20 minutes or 20 minutes, 1 second, and 30 minutes. Then we have a national tag team champion. This match has been in the making for a while, but due to injuries, it hasn't taken place here in Atlanta, and this is a big one because you got a very, very good tag team wrestling 1 and 2 against the Wild Samoans. They're just beating everybody. They're just a very tough team. And then in the main event, Bob Armstrong, been doing pretty good. Just thought it was time for him to get a shot against the Spoiler, and the Spoiler's been equally dominating with Gary Hart at his side. So Bob Armstrong does have a lot in his mind. His son's been, still being attacked and battered around by Buzz Sawyer, and Bob being the caring dad that he is. Sorry, I had a little tear there. Is really worried about his son Brad, and I just hope he comes into this match. Well, I don't really care, but you just would hope that he gives his best, that he can block out all the stuff his his great little son Brad is having, that Bob can block it out, come in, put up a good battle, and possibly take the title away from the Spoiler. So in the next video, we'll see what happens on these 4. I appreciate you watching this, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for your continued support of Wrestling's Finest. Please check us out at the Delphi Forum. You can just type in Delphi Forum, Wrestling's Finest, will take you right there. Fire away any questions there for me. Anyway, but thanks again. This is Tom Vogel, Wrestling's Finest, PC Game, saying so long.